Hello soulmates, welcome back again. Today I'll be teaching you how to cut and sew this cowl neck and a low back. So first off, we're going to be going around with our neckline measurement, how deep you want your neck to be, how deep you want your cowl neck to look. So I'm going to be placing my tape around my neck. For now, I'm going to be using 32 inches. So you can go ahead and take the measurement of how you want your cowl neck to go low. So right here I went ahead to fold my fabric. If you notice, chiffon is a very fragile material, so you don't want it to be shifting all the way, so you place things on top to keep it stable. So I went ahead to mark my starting point, and this starting point is going to be serving as the neck width. So for the cowl width, I'm going to be using 32. So 32 divided by 2 is 16, because this is on fold. Do you understand? It is on fold, so I'm dividing it by 2. So if I open it, it's now 32. So I went ahead to mark the length of my top. The length of my top is 27 plus my hemming allowance. So I'm going to go ahead and mark out the 27 on my top length. Notice how I'm placing it from the starting point to my top length. So I'm going to be marking it so I can have a straight line. Remember that this material is a chiffon material and it is very, very, very fragile, so you have to work with extra care. So I have connected my points. I'm still going to mark the wideness of the top, which is 16, and I'm going ahead to pin my material, and I'm just going to connect the points together. This is me connecting my points together. That is the 16 inches. I'm connecting it from the top length to the starting point, and I'm going to be cutting out. So it gives me a rectangle shape, as you can see right here. So the wideness is for the cowl neck and the length is for the top length. So as you can see right now, I'm moving my pins, and I'm going to show you how the cowl neck is going to form. So right away, I'm going to open my fabric. As you can see, open my fabric, then I'm going to connect the 2 points, bring them together. That point is the top length, and this place here is the neckline, the cowl neckline. So I'm going to be bringing those 2 points together now, like this, and this is what it forms. This is the cowl neck line that it has formed already. So you see that this top is not too difficult, it is straightforward. So right away, I'm going to be taking my armhole measurement. So for this particular tutorials, I'm going to be using 9 inches. So you're going to be taking 9 inches from the tip where my tape is, and marking where the 9 inches is going to get to. So I'm going to mark it, but I'm going to bring the two together so that it will be easy for me to, I'm connecting the points together so that it's going to be easy for me to mark them together. So just follow the way I did mine, then place them together, and being careful because of the kind of the texture of the fabric. So I'm going to be notching on my 9 inches. So that will now serve as my armhole, right? I know you are following, but if you're not following, please do well to go back again and follow the step by step. So I'm still going to check it out. Just the way you see me, I'll just bring back the 2 points, the 2 edges. Yes, that is going to form this cowl neckline, to still confirm. So right there now is my armhole, which is 9. You can as well choose to do 8 if you don't want it to be exposing, depending on your size. So I'm going ahead to fold the neckline. That is where the cow neck is going to form. I'm going to sew it, hem it down. So I know you're following. That is that neck width or the wideness. I'm going to hem it. And next is I'm going to be drafting my back pattern. This back pattern already, I folded it into two, and I'm going to be using my hip measurement to do this. So if my hip measurement is 40 divided by 4, I'm going to be marking 10. So and I'm going to be adding extra 2 inches for my elastic. You know that this elastic, you don't really drag it too much. So what I have on my starting point, that's what I'm going to be marking all the way down to my top length for the back. But yet we've not yet determined the top length for this back, so I'm going to be showing how we're going to be doing that. But first I'm going to be connecting the lines together, as you can see me do. So the back wideness is, we used the hip or the largest part of your body. So now I'm going to be determining the length of this back. So from that your armhole that you notch, now you're going to be placing it over, or you're going to be measuring the length. So I'm going ahead to measure from that armhole that I notch, that 9 inches, that point where I notch. I'm going to be taking measurement of the length, extra length remaining, because that's where my back is going to be starting from. So whatever inches you have, whatever measurement you have, you're going to be using it as your back top length, then adding like 1.5 inch or 2 inches for your folding, where the elastic is going to stay. Yes, if you're using 1/2 inch, you're going to be marking like 1 inch. So when you fold, it's going to be 1 inch, so that the 0.5 inches can go through it. So I went ahead to mark exactly my back top length plus my allowance for both the top and the down. So I'm going to be connecting the lines just the way you see me do. This top is so easy, and I'm showing you that in 30 minutes you can sew this top without stress. So I'm going to be going ahead to cut out, and you're seeing that I'm going to be having a triangle shape. So I'm going to be confirming the back pattern and the front pattern, and it's very okay. It's very okay. So I'm going to go ahead and aim the top of my back pattern. I'm going to be placing the elastic. So for now, I'm done aiming the front pattern. That is the wideness of my neck. That is the neckline. So I'm going to be placing it again, the two edge together, and this is how it looks. So that particular cowl depth is already aimed and it's neat. So now this is my armhole. Now when you fold your armhole, you will notice when you fold your neckline, you will notice that the armhole is no longer same again. So you're going to go ahead and mark it again. So this is me placing my tape. It is no longer 9 again, it has shifted because you folded. So you're going to remark your armhole again as the 9 inches. But because if you leave it like that, the armhole is not different. But if you don't want to change, it is fine. So I went ahead to notch on the new armhole. So that's what I was working with, because I want to work with 9 inches. So I've notched it, and I'm going to be placing my back over it. So I've gone ahead to aim my back pattern, the width or the wideness of the back, and I'm going to be verifying if the length matches with the one in front. So as you can see, that I'm going to be sewing from that armhole that I notch. So you can see that I'm trying the two out. If you want it to come up a bit, you can use your initial armhole you notched. But if you don't want it to, you want it to come down, you can still go down by the new armhole. So I'm verifying, and it is very okay. So if you have excess on your M allowance, you can trim after your joining your side seams. So I went ahead to do a bias. Now this bias, it's very easy. Just go ahead and cut out 2 inches long length. You can cut, say, as long as 60 inches, as long as 50 inches. So I went ahead, cut it, and I folded half an inch on one side, folded another half an inch, and folded together and ironed it very well. So I'm going to be fixing my elastic on my back. I'm using a 1-inch elastic on my back. So I'm going to go ahead to fix it. This is how I fix my elastic. I just push it in and make sure I arrange so it is lying straight. You can go ahead and use 0.5 inches of elastic. So this is me fixing the elastic. Please go ahead and fix your elastic. So I was done fixing my elastic, and I'm going to bring my front pattern. So front side facing front side, that is right side facing right side. So I'm bringing my back pattern. Now I'm going to be placing it over to the armhole that I notch. So that is where I'm going to be placing my back pattern. As you can see, the elastic is already in the back pattern. Is firm, is okay. So these I'm placing on top of that notched armhole, and I'm going to pin and sew down by half an inch. It's a free top, so you don't have to make it 1 inch. It's a free top, so I'm going to be sewing down and sewing on the other side. So I was done sewing on both sides, and this is what it looks like. The top is almost ready. See how beautiful it is. The top is almost ready. So it's very easy, breezy, and very unique. So I'm going to be going ahead to fold on my M. So go ahead and fold on your M. Then on your armhole side, that point where you join the back, that's where you're going to be starting to fix your bias that you formed already. So you open the bias and place the armhole that is not sewn inside at the middle of it and close it back. So it forms, you just form it and sew it down, and sew the other end same way. When you're done sewing it, just the way you see me do, you open it this way, you already have your half inch folded in, then you put the armhole sides inside, like at the middle, and close it, then sew it all the way. So I was done sewing, and this is what it looks like. Very pretty, very pretty. It is one outfit you should have on your wardrobe. This is very pretty. It has a very breezy nature. The texture of the fabric is very okay. So this is how it looks like. It is very easy to sew. Please drop on your comment section if these tutorials has been helpful to you. Like, share, and comment. Until we meet again, it's your girl Fluxify Apparels, and do have a lovely day. Until next time, it's bye for now. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.